Welcome to another week of Turnpike Sports. I am Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I am joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weishuttle. Doug, Kentucky Derby Week.
Derby Week is always fun leading up to it. Also, this is actually the first time we're going to be seeing some sports betting apps being used for the betting in New Jersey and I believe almost that's it, really, for sports betting apps.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see the if the odds are consistent and how each app and each platform covers the Derby and predicts the Derby and offers what odds on the Derby, so it should be interesting.
And, you know, since this is new in terms of sports betting for a lot of people in different states outside Nevada and New Jersey with the horse tracks and everything else, we're going to talk a little bit some betting tips in the second half of the show.
Which certainly I need, but like I said, it's going to be a busy week, and let's take a trip down the Turnpike. And today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Alrighty, we're going to start off with the some interesting developments in the sports betting industry across the country.
Okay.
We have the very first United States sports betting app that will be broadcasting games with odds, and that is FanDuel.
See, this had to happen. I mean, it just seems like this was a natural outcome of what FanDuel, and I'm sure DraftKings is going to be close behind.
Well, this is a deal that they made with Sport Radar.
Sure.
Which is basically you want your statistics and odds packages and everything else. You go to Sport Radar.
Sure.
They supply everything for the leagues, all that stuff, all the statistical analysis. One of the best groups out there to work with, too. And I think what this is going to be doing, it's first of all, people have to understand you're not going to see the major sporting events. You're not going to see the NFL yet, not going to see Major League Baseball. It's going to be all low-level games because media rights packages in the United States are different than they are overseas. Mm-hmm. You've got mid-level tennis, mid-level soccer coming.
Okay.
German soccer.
All right.
And that's the types of games you're going to see right off the bat.
Hey, it's the first steps. And I guess this will make in-game betting a little easier and a little more efficient, I guess the word would be.
Well, the goal is down the road, like for the tennis,
mm-hmm.
you're going to be able to watch it through the FanDuel app and then see the odds for the next hit, whatever you call it, the shot, whatever you want to do, and be able to bet on that sort of stuff. That's the goal down the road.
Okay, so
here.
this is only the app, though. You can go onto your computer, too. If you're in New Jersey, or just in New Jersey now? Or
it's just in New Jersey
Just in New Jersey. So you'll be able to go onto your computer or your app, and instantaneous betting, huh?
Yeah, this is the first of its kind. Yeah. And like I said, the media packages for the major sports are all done already, streaming rights and all that stuff. You can't do anything about that. I think you're going to see a secondary market now coming here with these media rights.
Oh, absolutely. I think so. And let me tell you something. Betting online, and especially betting from your app, is just the best.
Yeah.
I've been in sports books in Atlantic City and in North Jersey, and I still bet on my app because, you know what?
It's easier.
Apparently I'm a little lazy and I don't walk up to the window.
Well, that's the thing.
And if you win, the money automatically goes into your account. You don't have to go back to the window and claim it. So
you know what the other thing this is going to show?
What?
This type of deal? It's going to show who's got the most completely developed app in the markets.
Sure.
FanDuel has one. DraftKings is probably going to be the same way. Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see exactly how the other apps handle something like this.
It's very right now on my phone. I have 3 sports books. I have FanDuel, I have PointsBet, and I have Sugar House.
Play Sugar House.
That's what it's called? Play Sugar House.
Sugar House. Yes.
It's from the Sugar House Casino, but so Play Sugar House.
Monmouth license.
Yeah. They actually have that on there, but it's one of those things. I'm sure I don't need 3 of them on my phone, but let me tell you something. It makes shopping the odds a lot easier.
Well, that's always the key with this market, especially the New Jersey market with the online mobile apps here. You got to shop around and get the best value for your betting. But it'll be interesting to see how this market develops. Like I said, this could be the secondary rights market for media streaming from the leagues. This also could replace integrity fee shopping, for the leagues. They can get money this way. Going over the other side of the country, Nevada. They had a record-setting March in terms of handle for sports betting.
I like before, the Supreme Court knocked down the law like forbidding sports betting in other states. There were some people in Nevada saying, "Uh-oh, we're in trouble. This is going to knock down our market. This is going to cause people not to bet a lot more in Nevada." And that's certainly not the case.
No, they brought in 500.
Right now, it's very early, but right now, the trend is, Nevada is doing very well with sports betting.
Previous record was set in November, $582.3 million in handle. In March, they brought in $596.8 million. So they just broke the record that they just recently set. So I don't see New Jersey hindering it, hurting it. I think you're right. I think New Jersey may be helping Nevada in certain aspects.
Well, I think it's just the sports betting is getting so much publicity. I mean, sports betting has never been this out front in the sports world ever, I don't think.
Well, this is an interesting little tidbit I found. This is the first time in Nevada in 15 years that the sports betting handle surpassed the money bet on baccarat in the state.
I didn't know that was like. Is that the standard?
That's the cash cow for Nevada, I guess.
Really? I don't even know. Number one, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing baccarat right. Number two, I don't even know how to play baccarat. And number three, I didn't know it was generating this much money for Nevada.
It seems to be leading the league, so to speak, in Nevada in terms of handle coming in.
I got to learn to play that game.
Yeah, I know. It's
I
something
see it all
the
time in casinos. I just don't know how to play it.
No, it's something I've never even really considered playing. I've walked by it.
I talked to someone about it. Oh, no, it's easy. Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't look easy.
And staying in Nevada, we've got a new sportsbook coming, and it's going to be the Circa Sportsbook at the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino. That's going to open June 1st. It's one of Derek Stevens' properties.
Well, let me ask you something. Circa
is the name of the new property coming, but Circa Sports is going to be the brand sportsbook he's going to have in all his places.
That's what I'm asking about. The Circa Sports is
the book.
The book, and that's going to be. And he's. I don't know if this is the correct term. Is he franchising that?
Only in his properties.
Only in his properties. So Circa Sports is going to be the sports book in the Derek J. Stevens properties.
Right.
Okay.
The Golden Gate's going to have one.
So we're not going to see a Circa Sports in New Jersey.
We may, depending on what he can do.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does with it. But first things first, he's going to be launching. He's got the Circa Sportsbook coming in Golden Gate. Then he's going to be doing the Circa Casino, which is also going to have the largest sports book in Nevada.
I'm very curious. We're talking about like the different books and that. Superbooks was supposed to start franchising, and I'm not hearing anything more about that. I mean, I'm waiting for something in Pennsylvania.
They've made a deal.
New Jersey.
They've made a deal in Jersey, supposedly.
Oh, really?
They haven't announced who it's with. They're trolling this out, I guess. Supposedly there's a deal made.
Interesting.
Speaking, going back over to the East Coast.
Okay.
Coming out of Betting on Sports America, the conference that was held at the Meadowlands just recently, supposedly we're going to be seeing a June launch for upstate New York sports betting, and they're going to have mobile, too.
Now, is this only upstate?
Only upstate.
Only upstate. And now when we say mobile, I'm assuming the big mobile companies, FanDuel, DraftKings,
we're going to have to
William Hill.
We're going to have to see where they're going to be able to do the mobile sports betting. It's not statewide. It may only be on the property.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I was curious to see, as I was saying, I have 3 sports books on my phone. I mean, I travel to New York and through New York a lot. I'm wondering if I'll be able to use my
we'll see.
My apps in New York.
There's no statewide betting yet.
No. Okay. Can you imagine sports betting in Manhattan?
Well, here.
Oh,
speaking of mobile betting, we just had Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee is the first state they're going to have mobile-only sports betting.
That's very interesting because in New Jersey, I can, and even I think Pennsylvania, when you're going to have mobile sports betting, they have to have a brick and mortar person who holds the license. Correct?
Right.
Tennessee
has no casinos.
Well, it should be interesting though.
It's going to be the first.
Now, will this be through the lottery like some of the places?
As always. Okay. It's going to be through the lottery. It's going to be it's the first non-casino state, first mobile-only betting state. And it's also the first state that's going to restrict operators to use only the official data. You can't use any other data.
What's the official data?
From the leagues.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, yeah, they're going to make some money that way, too. West Virginia, mobile betting may be coming back. You have Delaware North suing Miami, and that kind of tanked the Bet Lucky app, which
Yes.
was the only mobile app there.
It was the first and only for a
Yep.
time, yeah.
So West Virginia finally handed out 5 licenses for mobile sports betting. They're all 1-year license. These are the normal players, too. FanDuel, Betfair, which is based in the Greenbrier for West Virginia. You have DraftKings, which is partnered with Crown West Virginia, which is the Hollywood casino. William Hill, which is in the Mountaineer and Hollywood casinos. Then you have IGT and GeoComply, which are going to be the platform and the technology behind the sports betting platforms.
Okay.
So you may see a launch soon, depending upon the lottery. The West Virginia Lottery said they're going to wait and see this new interpretation of the Department of Justice of the Wire Act.
Okay.
Whether or not they actually wait for it, we'll see. But they did say that they are going to take it nice and slow and wait for the new DOJ opinion.
I'm curious to see if one of these states just goes forward with it and see what the DOJ does. It'd be very interesting to see if that's going to be one of the tactics of the states.
I honestly don't think West Virginia is going to wait for the DOJ. I think they're just going to go ahead and launch.
Probably.
Exit 2.
Going over to the esports industry, here's another sign that this industry is growing by leaps and bounds. The Overwatch League just took a traditional sponsor from the sports world.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bud Light will now be the official beer of the Overwatch League.
That should be interesting. Boy, that should be fun tournaments.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they let some of the players drink, because some of them are not 21.
Well, yeah, probably not. I guess you have to be in Canada if you if you want to have a Bud Light.
Well, it's going to be. Let's see. They're going to be fan activations all over the globe except China.
Okay.
They're going to be doing the Overwatch League in Dallas, the Atlanta Bud Light homestand weekends, and also the LA rivalry weekend. I always mess up that word. And Bud Light is also going to be involved with the Overwatch League's 2019 Grand Finals. The place and date will be announced soon.
I'd love to see one of these in the East Coast. I mean, I just can't wait to watch. I know
gotta be.
Philadelphia is going to have something pretty big and something pretty
Well, Lang
special.
City just had one.
Yeah, they had a conference with collegiate esports, something to do with.
They had a tournament.
They had a tournament.
They had
Oh,
a
okay. I
tournament
thought it
in
was a
Boardwalk
conference
Hall.
or something.
No, it was an actual
In Boardwalk Hall.
esports
Okay.
tournament. So, and there's also possibility down the road of betting on it too. So we'll see about that. But part of this deal will also be ABC and ESPN2 will be showing Overleague Watch produced and Bud Light sponsored broadcast of their tournaments.
Wow, that's great. That's huge.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why Bud Light got involved is the Overwatch League kicked off in February 2019 season.
Okay.
They sold out the Blizzard Arena in Los Angeles and had 13 million global viewers.
Wow.
In the opening week.
Well, it sounds like Bud Light's going to be the first of many sponsors coming on.
Well, it's funny you should say that because Nielsen has just released a report analyzing the sponsorships coming into esports. Very interesting components here. They have a entire litany of data and case studies, how major brands are engaging the industry and all that stuff. They have shown that there's been a 13% growth in the share of non-gaming related brand sponsorships. Restaurants, autos.
Oh, so like Bud Light's a non-gaming brand.
Exactly.
All right, good.
But they've also mentioned restaurants, cars, financial services, insurance has started getting involved. 61% of all the dollars coming in are still from gaming-related sponsorships. But the non-gaming sector for sponsorships is growing.
I think I said this before on this show. I was watching a commercial. I think it was Geico. I'm pretty sure it was Geico. But it had an esports player in it. Or no, wait, it wasn't Geico. It was a hotel. A person staying over a hotel.
Holiday Inn Express.
Holiday Inn Express. Why was I thinking insurance? No, it was Holiday Inn Express, and he was staying over, and it was an esports player.
Yep.
So
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep growing.
Good for them.
Exit 3.
Okay, we just had the NFL draft. And it seems to be growing, too. Just like esports, it's growing and growing.
You know why?
Round.
Let me tell you why. Before you even say anything, let me guess why. Betting. Because I bet on some of the I bet on some of the draft picks and things like that.
See, you just went to the degenerate stage.
Yeah, well,
I was going to just talk about the ratings.
Okay.
But we all know why that is growing.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But first round, NFL Draft, had 11.01 million viewers.
Mm-hmm.
That's across 3 channels, ABC, ESPN, and the NFL Network.
Okay.
By comparison, the NBA had 1 playoff game that night, Nuggets Spurs.
Okay.
1.8 million viewers. That's it.
I got to be honest with you, I watched the draft.
Oh, so did I.
I watched the draft.
NHL couldn't compete either. They had the Bruins and Blue Jackets, 1.4 million viewers, and the Stars Blues playoff game, just over $1 million. So it's just crazy the way that first round has grown. I think also possibly what's affecting it is where they're doing it too. They're making it more of a spectacle with the outdoor stuff like they did in Nashville. Regardless of the rain, they had people out there.
Oh, it was raining, it was pouring, but the streets were packed.
Yeah, no, and no one left.
No.
Which I found really amazing. And Disney also said a week before the draft aired, they had sold out all their advertising.
Well, sure. I mean, they sold it for the entire weekend?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all
Wow.
sold out a week before the draft actually was
that
televised.
makes sense, Yeah, look, it's a huge success. A lot of people are watching. I still kind of miss it when it was on Saturday at noon. That was just so much fun.
Well, it was interesting because the ABC produced draft.
Yeah.
Last year, Fox had it. ABC had a increase of 26% in total viewers compared to the Fox broadcast.
Interesting.
Yeah. Viewership was slightly down from last year, which was interesting. First round had 11.337 million viewers compared to the 11.01 million this year. But the overall draft, they did better this year.
Well, last year's draft was really quarterback heavy. I wonder if the position that's being drafted kind of dictates viewership because
I don't know. That's a good question.
it seems like a lot of franchise quarterbacks were drafted last year and not this year. So.
Yeah, one got traded.
Yeah, one has a new home.
Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting to see next year, and I'm sure somebody's already thought about this, and they were probably not going to do it this year. But some of these betting companies, I want to see if they're going to do in-draft betting next year. Because we weren't able to do that. When we bet, we were doing just before the draft started. We could do positions, all that stuff.
Let me tell you something. I place my bets, and then I watch the draft.
Yeah, you can only do it before the draft happens.
I wasn't paying attention to the in-draft betting, if there was any, but...
except if you were in Pennsylvania, you couldn't bet on the draft.
Which is very interesting. What is Pennsylvania's rationale for that?
It's in their gambling rules.
Okay, since...
You can only do sporting events.
So they considered this not a sporting event?
It's not a sporting event.
Well, I guess it's not, but it's a sports-related event.
Yeah, but that they had a strict interpretation. You could not bet on the draft in Pennsylvania. We were sitting in Parks for one of the nights.
Yeah.
No betting whatsoever on the draft.
Yeah, no, I bet on my app before I went to Parks Casino in Pennsylvania.
Which I found interesting that when we got over into Parks, I tried to check my Play Sugar House app, and some of the stuff was blocked in Pennsylvania.
It was interesting. And Sugar House Casino, which runs Play Sugar House, is actually in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Well, we'll see what happens next year. Like I said, I'm waiting to see some more. I'm waiting to see some of the alternative broadcasts for the draft. Like they were doing for the basketball games here and there this year, the betting broadcasts. I'm waiting to see something like that for the NFL draft.
You mean there's
going
to be more there's way too much information on my screen right now with regard to the draft. There's like scrolling boards and Mel's best picks or whatever, or it's like information overload.
Yeah, it's just going to get more and more.
Yep.
Exit 4.
Okay, this weekend marks the 145th running of the Kentucky Derby.
It's always a good time.
And I thought we're going to do some betting talk in the next segment. So I thought I'd go through some of the non-betting stuff that's, eye-popping for the Derby this year.
Is there such a thing for the Kentucky Derby?
Considering they have done over $200 million in renovations to the track itself and the surrounding areas, I think, it's a better experience for people who actually can attend the event.
Yeah.
They had, $5 million spent on a new rooftop garden, with exclusive sightlines of the track.
Wow.
Going to have 500 people up there.
Okay.
$16 million was spent on upgrades to the second floor of the clubhouse. Upgraded food and beverage offerings, 75 more restroom facilities.
That's important.
Yeah.
With all the mint juleps being drunk there,
Yeah. And,
you need more facilities.
And also they've added wagering windows.
Okay.
So that's more important,
Smart.
too.
Yeah. That pays for the renovation.
Exactly. Flat screen TVs, more flat screen TVs are going to be put out there. They have $32 million spent on a larger bus depot.
Oh, okay. Something you don't think about.
And
but,
they enlarged the paddock entrance gate, too, with that money.
Okay, makes sense.
And $37 million was spent on the addition of more than 1,800 new seats through new luxury suites being built.
I have to check this out, but I'm curious to see how much a ticket is. And do they have scalpers outside? I'm curious to see if it's
sure
like
they do.
If it's like the stadiums for baseball. Need tickets?
Well, what's interesting, I went to the Kentucky Derby website, and they actually have all the information you need for it. They even have a wagering section.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess. There's a lot of and I know New York racing has
Naira
Bets,
yep.
And Hollywood Casino. Is that the same one, or Hollywood?
Hollywood Casino is another one too.
Different thing. They have that. I mean,
you also have NJ Bets.
NJ Bets. Okay.
But going back to the non-betting stuff, here are some numbers that I found astonishing. 120,000 mint juleps will be served over Kentucky Derby weekend.
I got to tell you, it took me by surprise. Mint julep for me, it sounded like I was thinking it was going to taste like a Shamrock Shake. It's just pure bourbon.
Yeah.
It's bourbon with a sprig of mint in it. I mean,
well, here you go.
Mint juleps. The word sounds so refreshing and so icy. And
out of those 120,000 mint juleps, they're going to need 1,000 pounds of mint and 60,000 pounds of ice.
The one I had, I didn't taste any mint.
No.
So
no.
It's basically
Decoration.
The one I had anyway.
You basically had garnish.
Was garnish. Yeah, that was like a. It was almost like a piece of celery in a in a Bloody Mary. Basically, that's what it was.
Here they're expecting 11.7 million minutes to be streamed across the globe for the Kentucky Derby.
Wow. Okay. Where would you see this stream at? I guess the Kentucky Derby has its own.
They have their
stream,
own stuff, and pretty much any OTB or sports books, anything like that, they're going to have some stuff. There's also streaming partners for it too, media rights. So basically, it's just like a normal sporting event. And here we go, 1.86 million is what the winner will take home, the winning jockey or the winning owner.
The winning owner.
Winning owner.
Okay.
And the stupid hats they have, the Kentucky Derby hats. I shouldn't say they're stupid. That's part of the
cool.
fashion stuff.
You mean the women's hats or some of them?
Hats.
Yeah. They're. I went to the and I don't want to compare this. I went to the Pennsylvania Derby, and women are having the big hats. So I guess any horse race with the term Derby in it,
exactly,
seems break out the hats.
And the cost of that anywhere between $500 to $1,000.
Yeah,
per hat.
Yeah.
And last but not least, 53 brands are going to be sponsoring the race.
Sure, it's huge.
Yeah, Woodford Reserve is the main presenting sponsor.
Which, are they out of Kentucky? They're a bourbon.
They're a bourbon.
So,
yep.
Okay.
Official watch is going to be Longines. Official truck, Chrysler Ram trucks.
Okay.
Official champagne and sparkling wine is produced by G.H. Mumm. And the official style of the Kentucky Derby.
I don't even know what that means.
Shirts and hats.
Oh, okay.
Vineyard Vines.
Oh, okay. Good for them.
Yep.
Is that the first year they were involved?
No, they were there last year,
I
believe. Yeah. So
I like Vineyard Vines.
Yeah. So there's all your sponsors. Go get your Derby stuff. And,
go to. I'm assuming you can buy stuff from the Kentucky Derby website.
And look, if you're not at the Derby, order your Woodford Reserve with Drizzly.
Yeah, nice. Very, very nice tie-in. Today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Enjoy the Kentucky Derby with Drizzly. You don't have to miss a minute of the Kentucky Derby if you order from Drizzly. Because it's available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house and leave the Kentucky Derby. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, to get in touch with us here at Turnpike Sports, you can call or text us at 609-512-5910, 609-512-5910. Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports is the handle for both of those. And email us at info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Don't forget to order your International Bikini Team calendar for 2019. Info@internationalbikini-team.org is the email address to use for your ordering information. You can catch the show on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV. Just head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com. We have a link on the website so you can get the smart TV broadcasts. You can also subscribe to the show through iHeartMedia, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking about more Kentucky Derby and some betting tips, which I need desperately. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. FanDuel will become the first sportsbook operator in the United States to offer live sports broadcasts along with real-time betting ads. The stream will be available on their website and mobile platform and is part of the partnership FanDuel has with Swiss media company Sportradar. It looks like mobile sports betting may be back in West Virginia. Last week, the West Virginia Lottery granted 5 one-year licenses to online sportsbooks providers. Those providers are GeoComply, William Hill, IGT, DraftKings, and FanDuel. And finally, March was a huge month for the Nevada sportsbooks. The books set a single-month record for sports betting handle. The state took in over $596 million in March, breaking the old record of over $582 million set in November. Sounds like March Madness was a fun time in the Silver State. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports. When it comes to online sports betting, PlaySugarHouse.com offers players one of the best experiences in the state of New Jersey. PlaySugarHouse.com offers millions of betting options on the sports you love. They offer live in-game betting on sporting events worldwide, moneyline bets, point spreads, prop bets, play-by-play bets, and many more. All at PlaySugarHouse.com, your new home for sports betting in New Jersey. Take advantage of one of their 12 easy deposit methods to get in on all the action. And now, when you sign up at PlaySugarHouse.com using our promo code PIKE, they'll match your first deposit up to $250. More bets, better odds at PlaySugarHouse.com. Sign up today at PlaySugarHouse.com and don't forget to use our promo code PIKE to take advantage of their first deposit match up to $250. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at BeanGenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at BeanGenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to BeanGenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at BeanGenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. BeanGenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. Go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus the 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. That's BABE16, because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
We'll get back to Turnpike Sports in a minute, but I want to talk to you about New Jersey's newest and I think best sports book, PointsBet.com. That's right, PointsBet has it all. Spread betting, moneyline betting, prop bets, you name it, you'll find it at PointsBet. And you can bet from anywhere in New Jersey using your mobile device. It's the only place with points betting where every point matters because every point pays. Now, PointsBet has one of the best sign-up offers in the state. Go to PointsBet.com and sign up using our promo code PIKE. That's PIKE, and you'll get a $50 bonus bet plus 2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. It's the preferred sports book of Allen Iverson and Darrelle Revis. They even have the Revis Betting Academy hosted by NFL great Darrelle Revis. So sign up today at PointsBet.com using our promo code PIKE and start having some real fun. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. PointsBet. Stay sharp. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day.
No way.
I'll give you 3-1 odds.
Nope.
5-1.
Nope.
10-1.
You're on.
Welcome back to Turnpike Sports. Dave Weishuttle and Doug Weishuttle here with you. We're going to be talking some Kentucky Derby and some betting tips that I desperately need. But before we start, in our last segment, we were talking about the live stream from FanDuel. And I have a computer in front of me here in the studio, and I'm actually watching a live tennis match where I can actually bet on the FanDuel Sportsbook website, which is absolutely, truly amazing.
Which actually was just recently announced. Too.
Just recently announced. I told Doug, come over here in this room, take a look. I have it on my computer screen, and it's actually amazing. You're watching it on the top of the screen, and down below you can bet on it. So,
what are they showing right now?
Right now it's a tennis match.
What kind of betting options are they giving you?
Everything, props. All in game, set 2, game 5 winner, set 3 winner. It's player A to win set 2, game 4 and 5. It's just every kind of betting probability there is. Popular bets, set props, all betting. It's just absolutely very interesting.
Okay, I'm going to ask a technical question.
Okay.
For the people listening out
there, which
I
won't know.
You're on the actual website.
I'm on the actual website.
How clear is the stream?
Very clear. Very clear. Let me. I don't know if I can. It's no. It's very clear. It's on top. It's not a big screen, and I'm not sure if I can actually make it a larger screen. But you know what?
You probably could.
Well, it's not for the larger screen. You want all the betting information here. I have it muted here, but here I don't know if you can hear it. I'll turn the mic around and you can hear. Here's the app. Here's the website. Of course, I do it when no action is happening right here.
Can hear a lot of nothing.
Can you hear the tennis ball being hit?
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
That was the female tennis player going,
Hopefully it was the tennis player,
Yeah.
not someone out there in the audience there.
But it's very interesting. It's not a... You're just watching... tennis here. There's no announcers. There's no people calling.
See, that I like.
thing,
No announcers.
so.
I've gotten to the point where a lot of the announcers get in the way of the broadcast.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk a little Kentucky Derby now, and I want to just remind everyone that this portion of Turnpike Sports is brought to you by PointsBet.com. PointsBet has one of the best sign-up offers in New Jersey. Go to PointsBet.com and sign up using our promo code PIKE. That's P-I-K-E. And you'll get a $50 bonus bet plus 2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. So sign up today at PointsBet.com using our promo code PIKE and start having some real fun. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. PointsBet. Stay sharp. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Got to have those little details in there.
Yep.
Two quick facts for the Kentucky Derby, and this segment's not going to be. We're not going to be making picks here.
No.
Okay. This is just since this is new to a lot of people. We thought possibly this was a good way to discuss some of the ways to bet, how to bet, what to do when you're betting, that sort of stuff. But two quick facts. According to the American Gaming Association and a few other places, they're talking about $238 million expected to be wagered on this year's Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
Last year, they had a record, $225.7 million. So they're expecting to break this. And I think that has to do with a lot of the legalized sports betting.
Sure.
Also, if you're going to bet on the Derby and you're down at the Derby stadium and all that, betting for Saturday's Derby opens the day before, which is actually called Kentucky Oaks Day.
Kentucky Oaks Day. Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole festival
is this
and all that stuff.
Just at Churchill Downs?
No, just at Churchill Downs.
Okay.
So two little tidbits there to keep your eye on. I'm going to be curious to see. I've noticed a lot of these betting estimates, wagering estimates, whatever you want to call it, they seem to be lower than what actually the real numbers are at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if they're underselling that number. I wonder if it's going to break 250.
It should be interesting. I think a lot of people are going to be placing bets that day. I think it's just everyone has shows on it. The hype is amazing, so it should be really interesting.
And if you are going to bet and you're not at Churchill Downs, a couple different apps out there so you know what they are. You have Twin Spires, Bet America, and also you can also bet through TVG.
Okay.
Which is Paddy Power, Betfair,
now,
FanDuel.
Which one is actually owned by Churchill Downs?
Bet America is owned by Churchill Downs.
Okay.
Twin Spires.
So you would think they would have the most up to date or the most features, most perks?
Well, between Bet America and Twin Spires is owned by the Kentucky Derby itself.
Okay. Okay. Twin Spires owned by Kentucky Derby, and Bet America is owned by Churchill Downs.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Two different apps.
Interesting. Boy.
Both of them will be probably the best two to choose from. TVG,
that's always good.
Is the TV network, and you can bet through them too, through their app and all that other stuff. That's FanDuel based, Paddy Power, Betfair, that sort of thing. They have some differentiation between all that, but those are the three main apps. I was just on during the break on PointsBet and also Play Sugar House. Neither of them have Kentucky Derby up yet, since we're taping this in advance of the Kentucky Derby itself. Couldn't find anything for those.
Nothing on FanDuel yet, although I was fascinated by the streaming tennis.
Yes, we had to tear you away to do the show after watching non-commentated tennis on the
I'm going to check my phone after this one, my app.
So, just so people know, when you're getting these apps, iTunes and has betting apps. Google Play Store does not.
Okay.
So if you're an Android user, you have to go to these sites to get them.
Okay.
To download the Android version.
You have to go to the actual
Twin
website
Spires,
and
Bet
then
America,
on your phone, and
exactly.
then it'll tell you to download the app.
Android version,
Okay.
because the Google Play Store does not allow gambling apps.
Okay.
They're pains in the butts that way, but it's the way they want to run it, and that's fine. But just go to their websites; you'll be able to get the apps. Now, considering a lot of people may be betting for the first time on this, I pulled off some really interesting betting tips from a couple different places. There's tons of sites to go. Take a listen to some of the experts on some of the other podcasts, some of the newspapers. They have their betting experts putting on there. I know places like Action Network and stuff like that are putting out Kentucky Derby picks and all that. So go check all those guys
Everyone's
out.
having Kentucky Derby shows, so,
yeah,
especially betting shows.
There's tons of information. Again, information overload for some people.
Yeah,
but there's tons of information, and have fun with this.
Sure.
Don't take it too serious. Here's some tips when you're betting. Consider how a horse has performed in its recent races at the same distance on the same surface. That's kind of commonsensical.
Yeah.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Percentage of starts won this year. Notable margins of victory. See, I didn't know winning by over 3 lengths is considered good.
Well, sure. I mean, if you're beating a horse by 3 horses,
I would have thought 1
good.
length was good enough, but a good win is considered 3 lengths in the horse racing industry.
Okay, well,
you learn little tidbits like that. Here's one in terms of getting the bet in properly. know that a horse's program number is not always the same as its post position.
Okay. All right.
So when you're actually going up to the teller or doing it on your phone or however you're doing the betting, know what your horse's number is.
Okay.
Don't bet the wrong number thinking you're betting the horse that you want to bet on, and you're betting somebody else's horse.
Well, I guess you're saying it's better to go with the big board instead of the program that was printed sometime before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure you know who you're betting on. Get the correct program number before you bet. Here's another one that probably a lot of people don't do. I know I haven't done it when I've bet on horse racing. Check your tickets before you leave the betting window to make sure you have the horse, wager, race, and track that you wanted.
Especially if you're in a busy race book. I mean, there's a lot of people screaming, a lot of people in line. I mean, they're trying to get you up and out and right away. And so,
and if you do, if you do make a mistake, a lot of times you're going to be able to actually fix it, but it really depends on the crowd.
Yeah,
and whether or not the teller's in the right mood to deal with that kind of stuff. But you should be able to do it before the race begins. Just don't leave the window without checking your ticket. Let's see. Here's one. Don't toss a ticket in disgust before a race has been made official.
I always sit and wait for it's official. And even after that, I kind of hold on to it for a little bit, hoping against hope that my guy would win. But nope.
Yep, because you never
usually know, but you never know. It only takes one.
Well, always wait till you see the official notification of the finish of the race, because there could be an inquiry. There could they could have an objection in the race if there's one of the other jockeys or owners feels that his horse was fouled during the running.
Sure.
So just hang on to it.
I never rip up a ticket until like about a half hour, 45 minutes after the race.
Yep.
Like I said, you never know.
Here's another reason.
It never worked out for me, but I never know.
Here's another reason. If you're doing a multi-horse wager, sometimes no one wins it, so there's a consolation payoff.
I didn't know that. That's interesting to know.
Yeah, a lot of places will do that, and just make sure you hang on to your tickets. Don't throw them away. Don't rip it up. Don't do anything. Just wait until everything is done with in terms of your bet.
I wonder if it'd be a good move, after the race is done and, everything has settled down and, you go up later in the day and say, hey, can you check these? And I'm sure they'll check them for you. And plus, don't you have a lot of race books have the electronic checkers that are hanging in the mall, like a price checker in a store?
The barcode readers.
A lot of them have that. So check them.
And last two tips, they're going to be intertwined here.
And then, by the way, I have an awesome tip for everyone after these. So a little tease.
See, I did the basic stuff. You want to do a little tease.
I went a little too far into my research.
If you're going to bet on a horse for the first time, one of the best suggestions is do it across the board. Win, play, show. Yeah. Do it so that if it comes in second or third, you still win some money.
Sure. Yeah.
And just because you have long odds on a horse doesn't mean it can't win. And still, the record is the $2 win payoff at 184.90 on Donerail in 1913.
Wow, it's 90 years.
That's still the record for a payoff. For a payoff.
No, it's more than 90. No, it's
91 to 1.
106 years.
106 years.
Wow.
It was a 91 to 1 odds on the horse, and $2 win paid off 184.90.
All right, here's my little tip. Roadster, 6 to 1. It's Bob Baffert trained. Sounds like a pretty good horse. Got a little bit of bad luck. He's in the 17th spot, in the 17th position. No horse has ever won the Kentucky Derby from the 17th position.
See, that's worth putting a couple bucks on.
Well, it's still 6 to 1, but,
Still good odds.
Yeah, but...
not too long, not too...
But no horse has ever won from the 17th position.
See, that one might be worth doing a win, play, show, across the board kind of thing.
Sure.
So...
I guess the whole reasoning is they have longer to travel.
Yeah, it's the outermost position, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, there's a whole bunch of different things. Shop around for best odds and all that stuff if you're going to be able to do it on the apps, all that stuff. Naira Bets, we mentioned that before, should have stuff.
Yep.
New Jersey Bets would also have stuff.
Hollywood Casino.
Yeah. And also, like we mentioned before the break and also at the top of the break, Twin Spires, Bet America, and also TVG.
Yep, absolutely. Great places.
Yeah, and enjoy. If you don't make it to the Derby itself in Churchill Down, enjoy it wherever you're at. Go to your local casinos. That shows has a race book.
Local race book. So they'll have it.
OTBs, race books.
And I'm
all
sure
that
they'll
stuff.
have something special too. A lot of sports race books are having some special Kentucky Derby.
A lot of casinos are doing it too.
Thing, so.
Parks is doing stuff. I know Sugar House is doing some stuff for the Derby. A lot of the Atlantic City casinos are doing stuff too.
Sure. Well, I just want to remind everyone that this portion of Turnpike Sports was brought to you by PointsBet.com. PointsBet has one of the best sign-up offers in New Jersey. Go to PointsBet.com and sign up using our promo code PIKE. That's PIKE, and you'll get a $50 bonus bet plus 2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. So sign up today at PointsBet.com using our promo code PIKE and start having some real fun. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. PointsBet, stay sharp, must be 21 years or older, and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And don't forget, have fun with the Derby.
Absolutely.
Have fun with the playoffs for both NBA and NHL. Major League Baseball's in full swing. And if you happen to just check out the FanDuel site to check out that new stream, I find that fascinating.
I'm going to go back and watch tennis and soccer. So maybe throw a couple bucks on it.
See, I don't even play on the FanDuel app.
So no,
but that deal that they did with Sport Radar, that's a fascinating move in the industry. I think that's going to probably change a lot of the landscape again.
Well, that'll do it for us. Enjoy the Derby, enjoy the NHL and NBA playoffs, and we'll see you next time on the Turnpike.